So you think your grammar is on point? Well, we're about to find out. Welcome to the Grammar Gauntlet, a really fast-paced challenge that's designed to test you on some of the trickiest subject-verb agreements in the English language. You ready to play?
The rules couldn't be simpler. I'm going to show you a sentence. It's got a missing verb. All you have to do is choose the correct one from the options. Oh, and keep score as we go. Let's see how you do. Let's get started.
All right, round one is all about what I call deceptive singulars. Now, these are words that, they kind of look like they should be plural, but grammatically, they're actually singular. The trick is, they ask you to consider things one by one. Let's dive into our first example. Here we go. Each of the players given a medal. What's the missing verb here? Now think carefully. What's the real subject of this sentence? Is it players or is it something else? Your options are, were, is, or have. You've got 5 seconds on the clock, and that starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Go ahead and lock in that answer.
The correct answer is C, is. The key here is what we call the each rule. The word each forces you to focus on the individuals in the group, right? Treating them one at a time. So even though it's followed by a plural word like players, the true subject is always a singular word each. So it's always each is. Hey, if you got that right, you are off to a fantastic start. And if you didn't, no worries. You've just learned a super valuable lesson.
All right, let's see if you can take that same logic and apply it to this next one. Everyone in the class, ready for the test. What do you think? Your choices are, is, were, or have. The clock is ticking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's your final answer? And the answer is B is. See, this follows a very similar logic. Words like everyone, everybody, someone, no one, those are all indefinite pronouns, and they are always treated as singular. So everyone is. Fantastic job. Let's move on to the next round and see how this builds.
Welcome to round 2, where we're going to tackle the proximity rule. Now, this one pops up with pairs like either or and neither nor. And let me tell you, it trips up a lot of people. So you're going to want to pay close attention to this one.
Okay, here's our sentence. Neither the teacher nor the students ready. So we have two subjects here. One is singular, teacher, and one is plural, students. So which one does the verb actually follow?
Your options are is, are, was, or has. This is such a classic grammar puzzle. Let's start that countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The correct answer is B, are. This is a perfect example of the proximity rule. When you've got a neither nor or an either or situation, the verb has to agree with whatever noun is physically closest to it in the sentence. In this case, students is right before the verb, and since students is plural, we have to use the plural verb are.
Okay, now let's flip it around and see if you can apply that new rule. Either the boys or the teacher responsible. Notice the order of the subjects has changed here.
Your choices are, were, is, or have. Did you spot the switch? Let's see if you got it right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the correct answer is C, is. See?
This proves the rule. The closest subject to the verb this time is teacher, which is singular, so we have to use the singular verb is. It's all about what's right next to that verb. And now, on to our final round, tricky noun groups. This is kind of a mix of collective nouns and some special cases that don't always follow the rules you might expect. Let's see how you do with these. Okay, first up in our final round, we have two phrases that look almost identical, but grammatically they are total opposites. A number of versus the number of. Just take a look at this. A number of is really just another way of saying many or several, right? So it's going to take a plural verb, like are. But the number of refers to a very specific single figure, one amount. So it takes a singular verb, like is. This is such a great little distinction to lock away in your memory.
All right, it's time for the last question of the gauntlet. The police investigating the case. Now, this is one of those special nouns we were just talking about.
Your options are is, was, are, or has. This is for all the marbles. Let's count it down one last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What did you pick?
The correct answer is C, are.
Some nouns, like police or people or cattle, are just always treated as plural, even though they don't have that S at the end. I mean, you would never say the police is, right? It's always the police are. And that's because they refer to a group of individuals all acting together.
And that is the end of the grammar gauntlet. So, how'd you do? Whether you completely aced it or maybe just learned a few new things, congrats on completing the challenge. Let's do a quick recap of what we covered.
Okay, here are the big things to remember. First, words like each and everyone always singular. Got it? Second, for those neither/nor sentences, just remember that proximity rule. The verb agrees with the subject that's closest to it. And finally, a number of is plural, the number of is singular, and some nouns like police are just always plural.
Great job today, everyone. Seriously, mastering these little tricky rules will make your writing so much clearer and more professional. I really hope this grammar gauntlet was helpful. Now, I want to hear from you. What other grammar rules give you trouble? Let us know down in the comments, and hey, we might just tackle it in our next explainer. Thanks for playing